right. So if you ever looked at a Greek statue, you might have noticed they all have small penises.
I mean, depends what you're comparing it to, but yeah.
Well, I guess maybe in your case they're rather big, if that's the way to go at it.
Some
I guess
people are impressed.
some people cannot believe that there is such a monstrous. The statue of David is mind-boggling. 10 times the size.
Hung like a firefly. So.
Yeah, well, an OnlyFans star has stunned to realize why they all have small penises. So Ruby Rain, who posts on TikTok as Ruby Says Things, explained that small penis was once seen as more dignified than men with large appendages, who were seen as barbaric in comparison.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, that's a weird class system.
It is. I think that they should go around and judge people based on that.
Sorry, sir, you can't come in. Your penis is too large. Damn it. Again, can't get in anywhere.
They do like an inspection at the front of the bar with bouncers. So checking your ID, they check your length. So we're going to
sign at the door.
This box here.
Just sign at the door. You must be this short to get in.
It's like a little tiny thing, yeah.
Oh, the micro penis community is super happy with that.
Yeah, back in the day, they were the pinnacle of society.
They made statues in our honor.
So she said, I found this quote from the Greek playwright that stated that the ideal of barrel beauty was a gleaming chest, bright skin, broad shoulders, tiny tongue, strong buttocks, and a tiny prick.
Specifically tiny, so
yeah,
interesting.
Strong buttocks, though.
You gotta have
a tiny tongue.
Yeah. I don't know where that comes from. I also feel like this dude might have written this to
imagine that he was just this one guy who he was insecure about the size of his penis, so he just decided to write it down, and then over time he's the only one who wrote about it. So I mean, if you were back in the 800s, let's say, you were like a well-known person, you could have just written some random thing, and then that became gospel. That like, what if Da Vinci had said that like small tits are the greatest thing ever, and therefore everyone would say, well, that was what was the thing back then.
They would, yeah, because absolutely. If you were famous at that time, you had way more power than if you're famous now. Because like, fuck it, like people are famous for nothing nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jesus, that is probably what happened. Some dude was like, small penises are the best. Anyone who doesn't like them is barbaric. And then that just became the norm in ancient Greece. So
yeah. Imagine like Van Gogh had like extra long pubes, and so on his deathbed he decided to write down extra long pubes are what makes a man great.
You need to define extra long. I mean, you know, where's it become just regular long and extra long? You know.
Well, they didn't need to back then, though. All they had to do was say something generic like that. And
you got a point.
I mean, what if they were all massive back then, and his idea of tiny was like 10 inches, and so he's actually talking about 10 inches. And he's actually talking about how 20 inches is barbaric, which, let's face it, would be. So, yeah.
I mean, porn would have been different. So, you know, if I know, you know, that they had to chisel out their porn into the rocks or whatever. But
yeah, well, think about that also. It's more effort to chisel a big one. So, therefore, What if you are a statue making guy who wants to cut corners to save money because inflation's going through the roof like right now, and so therefore you started the rumor that, hey, small is the best and therefore our statues.
Possibly. I also feel like there may be a case to be made though for some point someone was making a statue and was giving the guy like a really big cock and he just made a mistake. He's like, fuck it, and it like cracked, half of it fell off. He's like, all right, fine, I'll just readjust it, make it a really small one, and just to save the thing, maybe cover it up with like a leaf or something, no one will know. And then everyone's like, that's how you do it. Let's just make them all have small penises. And now we're all like, they all just must have loved small penises.
Or that guy was getting too excited by it because it was too realistic and too big, and therefore he broke it.
Yeah.
And then the rest of what you said.
Sounds like it.
I mean, if Nostradamus was around today, he'd have been into tiny penises.
Potentially, yeah. Oh, well, there you go. People walking around with your barbaric large penises. Just think of how the ancient Greeks would have enjoyed, the people you're making fun of. So.
Would have thrown you off bridges and set you on fire for being a barbarian.
Yeah. Just think about all the unsatisfied women in ancient Greece. Oh, well, there you go.
Well, very satisfied.
I mean, yeah, all the lesbians would have been, but, they get their own thing. But, yes, that's an interesting way to start the show for sure. I think, to be honest, the ancient Greeks should hopefully have some information as to why their statues all have small penises. Official stuff. The Greek government should come out with a statement. Tell us why.
The Republic of Greece wants to let everyone know that anyone with over 6 inches is a barbarian.
You will not be allowed into Greece. New passport control checks.
Instead of getting like a COVID pass, you have to get a small penis pass. You get a medical certificate from your doctor to prove that you are small enough to enter.
You don't have to put your fingers on the scanner thing anymore. Slap your meat on that, please. You are not getting into this country. Goodbye.
People reverse fluff themselves.
I hope it's cold when we land.
People on the plane jacking off to make sure that they're not turned on, and yeah.
We'll hear about it.
Yeah. Well, also, blokes might start tanning their testicles and getting brotox in the bid to be more manly, according to this article.
All right. Well, starting to. I mean, they need to catch up on what I've been doing for 10 years, but all right.
Imagine going into a fake tan place and asking to just get my testicles tanned.
Don't have to imagine.
The reverse of a Speedo, it's like everything except for the Speedo area is covered. So apparently testicle tanning supposedly helps with erectile dysfunction.
I don't know if it does. I think that's just somebody is saying.
From my experience.
Yeah. I don't understand how, but all right. Fair enough. Also, if you're having that issue, you probably can't say, wait a minute, love, I'll just go tan my balls for a minute. I'm sorry, just take a second.
No, I won't be taking Viagra. I got to get a little tan on first. So, it actually emerged from a study of 5 men in 1939. Back in 1939, they were out there tanning their testicles.
I mean, wasn't there more pressing issues happening in the world in 1939 than figuring out what tanning your balls does?
Couldn't think of a single one.
There might have been something. I'm not sure.
The World's Fair, where they showed off testicle tanning.
It's like Google world events in 1939.
Testicles
Blokes are tanning their balls.
Not a single other thing happened in the entire year. So some think it strengthens blood vessels and improves blood flow, while others are opting for penis fillers branded as brotox.
It just sounds painful, but all right.
What, you don't want to get an injection of brotox in you?
Not anymore. No. Once was enough. But is that the stuff that the porn dudes use so that they don't have to take Viagra? Is that the same? I mean, not that I've looked into it too much, but you know.
You seem to know a lot about something here.
I've just heard things through the grapevine on set that's what they do. Just like inject themselves with stuff. I don't know. So what's the point in them doing this? Like this brotox they're doing for what?
It helps fix erectile dysfunction.
Oh, all right. It's not just so that everyone at the gym thinks you've got a big dick.
Well, why not both?
I suppose.
And a nice color too.
Yeah. You know, as a person who's practically transparent, the whole fake tanning is for that area would be kind of hilarious though.
Well, that's why you got to use sunscreen every day for yours.
It's true. You know, out in the nude beach, just get some funny looks.
Or the regular beach.
You know, it's my vacation too. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think I'd go with both of those measures at the same time. Maybe just one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. No need to run into it.
1939. Oh my God. Who was focused on that?
Well, a woman who describes herself as Britain's most famous swinger has shared her wildest requests.
All right.
So she says, now and again I get asked to sell my panties. I have to wear them and seal them in a zip tie bag, and they sell from £150 to £300, depending on the amount that the user has spent on my OnlyFans and other content.
Well, I got some male underwear people can buy for like $25 if they want.
We've plenty of tanning lotion remnants in there.
Yeah, lots of tanning lotion and such. So. She
said, people want to chat with me. People want me to chat with them like I've been their long-term girlfriend, usually starting with a good morning message and asking what they are up to today. I'll go on to complain about my day or tell them something good that's happened. It's basically just keeping in touch. Imagine paying someone to be an annoying girlfriend.
I really hope there's some dude who's like paying to get messages like, fuck you, you prick. You didn't bring me home flowers last night and I'm so pissed off. And he's just like, shit, like she pissed with me. He gets really upset. And then just, you know.
He asks her what he should have for dinner and she says, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, he thinks it's going to be a sexting session and it's like, how was your day?
No, it's fine.
Oh man, we've all had that at some point.
I think
That's true.
I think this is a niche service we should start. That time of the month girlfriend experience texting.
That could work. That could
10
work.
messages of just okay.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it. All right.
And just reminders of make sure to wash your clothes. I don't know, do the laundry, which is the same thing. Meta wording. Levels of creativity there. I don't know. Wash the car.
Just, just make sure.
And your balls.
Yeah, just shave your balls, do all the stuff.
That's probably actually too exciting. It needs to be a bit more dull.
True.
Make sure to take your medicine.
Fantastic. Yeah. Take the bins out. They gotta go.
We're going to see my mother this weekend.
I wonder how much people pay for this service of like to be a disgruntled girlfriend texting you. It seems, it's interesting. If they're paying 150 to 300 for underwear, they must be paying like what, 80 or 90 for text message services, I guess. I don't know.
You'd hope so.
I only pay 65, but I get it.
She says that she asked them to send her sexy pics while they're at work.
While they're at work.
Yeah. Take your balls out in the office. I need you to send me a photo today of you showing your boss your balls and how well they're tapped.
Just walk into your boss's office, pull your balls out, and stand beside him, take a selfie. But he's like, "What are you doing?" Nothing. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's my bitchy girlfriend experience.
It's for my OnlyFans girlfriend. So, it's all good.
She says, my Instagram is flooded and singles guys come to my OnlyFans and ask questions about getting into the lifestyle or how they can improve their chances. She gives them advice. She says that doing this has actually made her relationship even stronger. But then she says there are some things she won't do. Things I won't do are anything to do with pee, poo, blood, and puke. I won't do it.
Fair enough.
What a rude.
I mean, she's not going to be top of the pops for longer, for much longer. But here you go. She's got her limits.
Yeah, not like this woman's mum, who is. Well, this story reads: I'm a dominatrix and live with my mum. She makes my slaves cups of tea.
That's got to be a very comfortable experience.
Yet again, got to be very awkward to pay for this and then have them bring their mum in.
Just wait with my mum. Well, she'll make you a cup of tea. I just get my whips ready.
Just lathering the whips and preparing the lube.
What a fantastic. I mean, it would be super hilarious to see somebody for the first time going in and being like super nervous and everything, and then they're sat down. This is my mom. She's gonna make you tea. Is this part of it?
She's like, "Hi, love. What are you doing?"
Is this part of it? Is this like is this extra? What's going on?
Did you have a good day today?
What are you and my daughter getting up to?
Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one. All right.
She says that she tells her mum snippets about work, but you have to have boundaries. She says she's respectful of what she tells her, but she's met a couple of slaves because they popped in for a cup of tea and they had a chat with my mom as well. It wasn't strange, but it's not something I would do every single sub I see. Can you imagine? But some I've seen for years and now consider them as friends as well. Kind of people you want to introduce to your mum?
I mean, if you don't have friends whose balls you want to crush, I don't know what's wrong in your life, and then bring your mom in for a cup of tea with them. Yeah, absolutely. A bit of cake.
They should bring their moms and they all have a chat and a cup of tea and like a play date.
There you go. So everybody gets something out of it.
She says there's one who takes me for lunch now and then and we have a good chat. Another I go for a drink with. And one time I said, can have a drink at my house while you wait for your taxi. Mum was there and she came and joined us for a drink. She realizes they are not these seedy weirdos. They are actually really nice people. It reassures her that I'm not just doing some reckless job. I put a lot of thought and care into it.
I mean, okay. Thought and care. I mean, yeah, I'm sure very careful not to completely demolish someone's penis with standing on it. But whatever, it's all good,
But don't you dare make it too strong a tea, though.
Yeah.
That's where we draw the line.
Don't put the milk in first. That's not how it goes. You gotta, no, we're not having that. People do some shit. It's good.
Well, she does say that the age group varies, but I prefer over 25s at least generally. I have younger clients, and my oldest one who is 75, and they are all from different backgrounds. She says generally over 25, so that means there could be some 18-year-olds in there who enjoy a cup of tea with what would effectively be their mom and their grandmother in terms of age.
Yep.
She even says that she had one who looked underage, and she says he had a baby face, and I made sure he showed me his ID.
Yeah, because fake IDs aren't a thing.
Well, he was 19 and studying at university.
Sure.
So that would have been good conversation with the mum and her and the 19-year-old.
So what did you study in college this week? Well. Yeah, these subs can be, I suppose, any age. But yeah, 18, 19 seems a bit young to get involved. But there you go. Maybe he was just in it for the tea and the chats. Tea and chats.
That's the best tea. The best tea is made by the mother of a dominatrix, I've always said.
Absolutely. They know what they're doing when it comes to tea. So. When do you think is the best time to turn around to your mum and be like, I'm a dominatrix and some dudes are going to be coming over.
So can you make them tea? Yeah.
Just going to whip some fuckers out. Fine.
Mom, this he's a little bit sore. Can you make him a tea to help him? Maybe a herbal tea to soothe the soul.
Yeah.
Well, a couple claims that a security guard filmed them having sex at a Spanish holiday hotel.
I mean, if you're going to do that at a Spanish holiday hotel, what do you expect? So,
yeah. Well, a British couple on their way home from Spain today are cutting short their holiday after claiming a hotel security guard spied on them having sex. I was fully naked, fully exposed, she recalled, saying that the man was holding his phone up and appeared to be filming them. I was up and dressed within 20 seconds. And she ran out of the room shouting, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like, was this room outside? Was there no way to close curtains or doors or whatever? This seems like they want it to be filmed kind of thing. And now they want publicity for it. And I'm telling you, we did. So anyway, it's fine.
Well, she says that she tried to snatch the man's phone, but couldn't work out whether he was definitely filming them. Now, I think step one in all of this would be to confirm and be very sure that he definitely was. I don't think that you should have any doubts.
I think, yeah, you might want to be, before you're like, hey, we were having sex in there, you were filming us. You should know for sure.
Imagine just going down to the front desk in a random hotel and being like, I was just having sex and you were filming me. You're like, what? I was here the whole time. No, I'm sort of sure that you were filming me having sex just now. And I'm going home all because of you.
I want a refund. Or you could just like send me the film. Send me the video you got. That's what I need for my OnlyFans. But yeah, if you're not certain, I don't believe that was the thing. Also, yeah, how if you're gonna be having sex, maybe check that there's no one around to film you if you don't want to be filmed, or that you're not by a window or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like in what situation? Like if you're on the balcony having sex, then you're kind of somewhat consenting to being filmed or expecting people to see you, and kind of like you're in the wrong.
I feel like maybe that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, she said she barged past the intruder and ran to reception. It was only then that she discovered that the man was a member of hotel security staff and had been sent up to their third floor room because there'd been complaints about the noise. They were trying to make out it was us that was the problem, but it wasn't. We were having a nice evening. We started out on the balcony and then moved into the bedroom. Yeah.
There you go.
How dare you film me having sex in public in front of you in your restaurant on your table while you're trying to eat? You pervert.
And on the way to the airport, our taxi driver was taking photos of us in the back seat as well, as we were like doing shit to each other. You know, the airport staff were taking pictures of us, X-ray pictures, while we were boning in the security queue. We went in there for privacy.
If you can't have privacy in an X-ray machine, where can you have privacy?
Yeah, right?
Well, she dismissed claims from hotel staff that they were drunk. She said, we had a drink or two, which certainly sounds like there's a good chance they were drunk.
Yeah, definitely.
They were having sex in their room with the TV on a low volume. He was lying down and I was on top. Neither of them were facing the balcony, but Abigail says, I just happened to turn around and there was this dark figure in the doorway. I saw this man and I'm fully naked, fully exposed, and his phone had a light on as if he was filming. She told the Star that she was up and dressed within 20 seconds and shouted, what the fuck are you doing? I was crying. I snatched the phone off him, but I couldn't tell what he had been doing.
I think we all know what he was doing.
He's just standing there. And she's like, oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, again, balconies are involved, open spaces.
Yeah, I mean, how did he get into the room and whatever? Like, it also said the doorway, it doesn't quite say he opened. Because the thing is, if he opened the door and came in and did that, then that's a whole different thing to if the balcony was open and there was a way to get on the balcony anyway. Yeah, I don't know.
I know. Sounds like someone's trying to promote their OnlyFans page. And
No. Well, after complaining to their travel agent, the couple were moved to a different hotel, but still decided to cut their ruined 11-day holiday short. The hotel says it's not true. The hotel also claims they rang the police after a noise complaint was made regarding the couple's room. Staff were trying to control problems caused by two guests who he claims were drunk.
There's just so much weird. Like, oh, we got caught having sex. Let's just go home. People probably knew already that you were having sex. It's fine. I don't understand why you would go home in that scenario. You might like put your sunglasses on and try and keep a low profile for a couple of days. But maybe you would try not to be on
further away.
Yeah. maybe just don't get caught having sex on the balcony and inviting people with cameras to film you. That's what you should do. Just let them hear the noises. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems so weird.
Yeah. I tend to believe the hotel just from this.
Yeah. I'm on team hotel.
Team hotel, yeah. Just because I believe that all security guards should be allowed to walk into your room and film you having sex in a hotel.
I mean, I pretty much assume every hotel or Airbnb has hidden cameras in it anyway. So, fuck it. If you're going to be screwing in a hotel, you're going to be on Pornhub somewhere. So,
you feel it.
I mean, that's just how it goes.
Well, some people that are definitely going to be in a lot of videos, or at least their work, is a father and son reveal how they made a fortune from Darth Impaler, a 12-inch dildo.
Like a family business kind of thing?
Yeah. Nice. The family business, Sean and Daniel Beats run Sexy Emporium, a leading UK online adult toy retailer. They started it 20 years ago.
I'm just thinking of like going into your dad and being like, Dad, I got a business idea. Do you wanna start a business with me? What is it? Big dildo.
The business was started with a £10,000 investment from family members, so it was a wide family thing to do, I guess.
Everyone gather around a table. I want to pitch you my business idea. What is this? It's going to make us rich.
So that is barbaric.
Here you go, Mom. Try this out. We'll have a cup of tea after.
Now, Mum, we went over this. Now, show everyone how this works.
Mum goes back into the room after 5 minutes. It's good. Let's invest. Oh my God, this business, it's so cut out for wholesome family business type stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other part is that they're devout Christians too.
You would only expect that a sex toy company would be devout Christians. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I just made that up. But so they buy it as
it was true.
So they work directly with factories in China who specifically make our products. They will notify us if they have new designs, and we'll work together to pick what we think will sell well. I wonder how they work that out. So the biggest seller at the moment is the daunting sounding Darth Impaler 12-inch with nearly 3,000 units sold over the past year.
I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, but maybe they could increase their sales if they made some demonstrational videos.
Well, he says that they do discuss it so much that nothing's embarrassing anymore. We do discuss the sex industry and sex products and sex topics for our blogs and other content. There's nothing embarrassing or awkward about it to us anymore. You very quickly become used to the products and industry once you've been here a couple of months. It does require a good sense of humor, and the job is never boring.
Yeah, unless you're working on returns.
Taste testing.
Hey, this says unused, but it clearly was.
Yeah, I mean, the story seems like it should have had better, but kind of doesn't.
I still feel it's quite bizarre that there's a family out there who are like having business meetings about dildos. And this is Sunday dinner being like, so what do you think of the new Darth Impaler variant we have? And the sister's like, it's really good. I like it. You're like, you're a dirty hoe. But anyway, the whole, I don't think I would have been able to go into business with my folks on something like that. It would be too weird.
Just a problem.
I don't want to know their kinks any more than I already have.
You just serve them tea during their Here you go, Mum. Dad, slow down.
It's not good. It's not good.
Well, in order to get to that place, you have to first meet someone, and this guy came up with a genius move. Now, this story is a little old, but it doesn't matter. So, a cheeky Rangers fan hailed genius for using Tinder to find room for Europa final.
Nice.
So, instead of using Airbnb, he used Tinder with a sign in Spanish. So he already made the journey abroad to cheer on the Rangers, but his Love Actually style profile includes a selection of photos of him donning Rangers gear as he held up a note written in Spanish. It reads, "Hello, madam. My name is Connor, and I'm a Rangers fan in Seville for the final. I'm desperately looking for a place to stay. Hotels cost more than €600, so if you have a free bed or a sofa I can sleep on, it would be a big help. I'm prepared to pay for this service. Thank you. Come on, Rangers."
There you go. And I presume we're reading about it because he was successful. And his payment for services was somewhat sexual.
I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a follow-up.
Damn it. Come on, Connor. Tell us what happened. Some lady was like, oh, you'll pay for your room. Just...
Don't worry, though. Mum's going to bring us tea. So
first you get some tea with Mum. Then you get your balls split in two. But anyway.
And then you get the 12-inch impaler.
Don't worry, it's kind of new. So.
Well, on that note of the Rangers and that same game, and one of our favorites, Ryanair, a cuffed Rangers fan pleaded with police as chaos unleashed on board a rowdy Ryanair flight.
Hardly surprising.
So 6 of them never made it after being kicked off the same flight in 2 separate incidents. Imagine having 2 separate incidents on a plane that get people kicked off. So before the plane took off, the first ejection happened. Before it left the ground, the Rangers supporter wearing a replica shirt then appears to plead with a copper before later being seen in handcuffs. But that was only the start of the drama, with the plane later forced to divert to France when a passenger needed oxygen in a medical emergency. But while she was allowed back on the plane after treatment, another 5 Rangers fans were booted off before it took off again. Now, they got unlucky because if this selfish degenerate hadn't got sick, they would have made it. They would have only spent the night in a Spanish jail and probably would have made the game. But because this person had to get medical treatment because they were sick, they landed in France and therefore got drunk too quickly, and it ruined out their timing of their 20th beer.
You know, I always say maybe 3 or 4 beers in, drink a glass of water, maybe just pace yourself a little bit when a medical emergency happens.
Or you can do what they did and allegedly steal from the drinks trolley and abuse flight attendants.
That's the other option. Less popular, but you know.
And they also had to make an announcement about the ban on smoking or vaping in the bog as well.
I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since you haven't been able to smoke on planes. So, you know, people should be used to that by now. But it's a weird one because I feel like this is hilarious that they were kicked off flights twice or stops twice. It's kind of like, it happens once, it's not newsworthy. The second time, it's like, that is the funniest thing that will ever happen to those people.
Also, what happens if you get kicked off in France? I guess France isn't as bad because it's EU and all that stuff, but like, let's say that you don't have a visa or whatever. What happens if you get arrested?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, because I guess they deport you back to the country you came from, but if you were not supposed to land there in the first place,
yeah,
I don't know what they do. They're just like, you're just in limbo, and they fucking like, oh, there's a war going on in Ukraine. We're gonna send you there. Front lines, buddy.
You just stole from the trolley. It's going to be one expensive mini bottle of vodka.
You sell one mini vodka. You're
going to war.
Yeah, you know.
If you didn't want to come face to face with Putin, you shouldn't have stole a bottle of vodka.
A mini bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
Wow.
A man was forced to pay an extra £110 after he got on the wrong Ryanair flight.
How do they keep letting this happen? How? It's like, it's not difficult. Check that. If they scan your ticket, it's either the right one or the wrong one. Come on.
And then you usually have to show when you get on the plane too, which you would think that.
Yeah. Why is there someone already sitting in 6D?
I guess I'll just sit on his lap.
Yeah. It's like, excuse me.
Usually they make an announcement too of the flight time today to wherever the hell you're flying is 1 hour. You would usually think that, oh, France doesn't quite sound like Germany or Mexico.
Also, they have a sign up that says where the plane is going, and they say we're now boarding our flight to Paris or France or wherever the fuck they're going. Paris is in France, but whatever. You know.
I wanted to go to Paris and I'm going to France.
Really, nobody wants to go there at all, but hey, some people have to for work and shit. But Yeah, fuck, man. I don't understand how it happens all the time, though. It's like, and it's always Ryanair. It's never like any of the good airlines, the ones that are not a horrendous shit show to fly on.
Well, he did so that, yeah, he was left gobsmacked after he somehow managed to get on the wrong flight and had to stump over the money. Baffled airline staff after he pleaded for help when he discovered he boarded a flight to Dublin instead of Barcelona.
Way better.
Close enough.
I mean, it's way better though, because you don't have to speak Spanish. You don't really have to speak English. People kind of just don't anyway. So. Okay.
Yeah, well, the Leeds marketing manager had seconds to spare before the flight took off and ended up in a row with a fellow passenger who had the same seat number.
There you go.
He arrived at the gate in good time as he tried to make his way to a work meeting. I then proceeded to follow the only route accessible to myself with my bags down the left metal barrier onto a bus. None of their staff told me to do anything otherwise. I simply followed the queue in front. All my work colleagues were in the non-priority baggage line, so separated from me at this point in the other queue.
That's how you know you're the team leader. I got priority boarding. I paid 6 extra euros. You guys wait with the rest of the scum.
Yeah.
But then I got on the wrong fucking plane. So I'm getting emotion.
I guess priority boarding isn't that great when you catch the wrong plane.
He's like, why are they all standing in the over the other side of the airport? This is weird. Priority boarding, so far away.
He says, upon the bus pulling up, I was dropped off at a Ryanair plane and waiting patiently to connect to the flight. He added that he was holding some of his friend's bags at the time, as his ticket had all the luggage attached to it. I then boarded this plane without my ticket being checked and proceeded to sit in seat 14C. I sat down until a passenger with the same seat finally arrived. Now, how do you get to this point and they don't fix it?
First mistake he made was sitting in 17C. Everyone knows the best seat on a Ryanair flight is 34D. So that's what you do. But it's kind of mind blowing that you can somehow work your way onto a seat on onto the wrong plane just by standing in the wrong queue. That makes no sense. So yeah. I feel like maybe this guy, maybe it was his plan all along. He had a ticket for the Dublin flight. He just didn't want to go to Barcelona. And
well, if we've learned anything from this, you buy a ticket from the cheapest place and then catch the flight that you want.
just queue up for whichever place you really want to go to.
Yeah.
They'll let you on the plane. It'll be fine.
Get on the bus. And you're fine.
Yeah. Why not? I'm going to take this plane. You guys take the next one. We'll see you wherever we land.
So he took a bus from the gate next to his and boarded a flight departing to Dublin before being made aware that he had boarded the wrong aircraft.
Had this gentleman never been in an airport before? Because...
Well, I mean, I think there is a point that they should probably check. And they should...
They should 100% have not let him get on the wrong plane, but...
Well, no. According to them, and this is a quote, it is each passenger's responsibility to ensure they board the correct aircraft.
See, Ryanair, here's where we disagree.
Yeah, I think in this day and age, and maybe post 9/11, you should have the right people on the right planes, and not
Which was you've had 21 years of practice for this to get it right. So You need to step up your game, making sure. Because if this was a one-off, this has never happened before, I'd be like, okay, everyone makes mistakes, whatever. This is like the sixth time in the last 4 weeks that something like this has happened. Like every week we have a story about someone on a Ryanair flight getting on the wrong place or going to the wrong country or whatever. So it's like a hidden feature of Ryanair is you might actually get on the wrong plane.
And if you do, it's your fault.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, customer service.
We want you to catch the wrong flight so we can charge you again. It's
got on the wrong flight fee.